it's Logan, one half of the Sports Huddle podcast on Spotify. I hope that everybody enjoys today's episode. We are featuring our special guest, Kenny. He's a good friend of mine and Keaton's and a big wrestling fan. And today's podcast, we're going to be discussing the Royal Rumble. So stick around and enjoy because today's episode is long, but good. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Remember to follow us on social media. The link is in the description of this video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the pod. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sports Huddle. I'm Logan.
I'm Keaton.
And
I'm Kenny.
Kenny, you want to say what's up to everybody? Introduce yourself a little bit?
I would love to. What is up,
Absolutely.
you guys? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kenny. I'm a TikToker. I post a lot of wrestling-related content. I also post a lot of gaming clips. I mostly just play on PlayStation with a lot of my good buddies, like my buddy Illusions, SleepX, Hodgepodgers, Keikos. I play with a bunch of amazing people, just like my friend Kara and the Kara crew. And overall, I'm just a big wrestling fan who just loves to hang out, build Legos, and just party on.
Heck yeah, man.
Heck
I
yeah,
don't know.
bro.
Do you have your social medias pulled up that you want to shout them out real quick?
So I have my TikTok. I will pull that up real quick.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, if you just
my
want to.
TikTok for people that want to follow me, it is Kenny Kelly 20 is a good way to reach out to me. And then I also have a letterboxed that is also on the TikTok page as well. I rate a lot of movies, so that'll definitely be on there. And hopefully by the time this week, I should have a link tree to all of my socials.
Heck yeah. Well, you know, me and Keaton, this might be the first time you guys are actually seeing our face on an episode. For those of you who are going to be listening on Spotify, sadly, you're not going to get to see our gorgeous faces. So,
Which stinks, but part of
absolutely.
it.
Yeah, if you want to see them, though, go follow YouTube, and everywhere else that you'll be able to see this. But I think that's all we have for now. Also, Kenny, what we got you on here, we got you on the air. Congratulations on winning the Fantasy Football League this year.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats, man. Hey, bro,
Oh, thank you.
listen, I sucked in our league, and then you know what? I was in my mom and dad's league. I started off 5-0, and guess what? I finished almost dead last because my team
Oh,
just decided
man.
to suck. The rest of the year, week 6, loss. Week 6 to 11, loss. I'm like, the hell is this?
Yeah, all of my picks were good. I feel like that the one pick that was really a dud for me was Cam Scatterbo because of that injury that he
Yeah.
Dude,
had.
that
So,
ankle injury was horrible. I watched it live.
yeah,
Like, oh, that's not good.
But
yeah.
I
So
mean,
that wrecked me for a little bit.
before that happened, again, we're not going to talk too much about football, but now we are on the subject of that. Before that happened, I remember I was trying to trade to get Cam Scatterbo.
Oh man, yeah, and even if it did happen, I feel like that it would have been a bad trade because even if we did ended up trading for Scatterbo, you would have been screwed.
Yeah, I would have been
Because
I
of that
would have been.
happening.
I would have been. But yeah, in this episode, I think by the title of it, most of you guys are already going to know what we're covering. But we're going to be talking all about the Royal Rumble. So,
Heck yeah.
you want to jump right into it? You guys got the notes and everything pulled up, I assume? Okay, perfect. Kenny, you want to take the lead on this?
Yeah. First, let me just say Royal Rumble, Saudi Arabia. I mean, that's a big thing. I think this is probably one of the first time, I think it is the first time that we've ever had Royal Rumble outside of the US. So, if anything, that is definitely a big deal. It starts super freaking early. Thank God that I was able to get that day off so that way I can see it. But yeah, overall, it's going to be a huge game changer for sure on how WWE does their pay-per-views outside of the US.
Definitely. I'm very excited to see how it goes down. And I was telling Keaton about the arena they're building for WWE.
Bros in 30 days. US would take a year and a half.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how they did it.
I don't
Bring them
either.
over here because usually it
We
takes
need those.
2 to 3 years to make a skyscraper, and for these guys it takes them 30 days to build a
Yeah.
stadium. Come on,
Can we
NFL,
get those guys? Hey,
take notes.
we'll make a trade. We'll give you our construction workers
Or
for
your
yours.
construction workers.
Yeah, we'll get a trade. Let me throw some first round picks in there.
You could have like the World Construction Worker Company and have like a whole bunch of people from everywhere around the world get together and work on projects.
Oh, the Chinese, the Japanese, Saudi
Just
Arabians.
have like a big like construction con, call it like the oh man, con.
The
Or
con
no.
con.
Yeah.
The con con.
That almost sounds like something for felons.
Oh yeah.
The convict con is what
Ah.
felons are.
Construction con. There we go.
Yeah, the construction content's a little better. Yeah, that could be an idea. I mean, hey, if anybody wants to use our idea, at least give us some money from it.
Trademark
Let us
pending.
trademark it first.
Definitely. Well, Kenny, you had mentioned this was the first time I believe that's been, was it outside of North America?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. The Royal Rumble, for those of you guys who don't know, was created in 1988, which is absolutely insane to think that it's been that sort
Almost
of long,
40 years.
But
Almost 40 years.
is this? Yeah. Uh-oh, I think we might have
Could be
lost
like-
Kenny.
Like Royal Rumble,
you're
like
good,
38.
Yeah. I think, yeah, because weren't they around were they after WrestleMania? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because WrestleMania started in 1985, and that was like their first like big pay per view.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I actually found a little bit of info there. The first Royal Rumble was not in America. It was still Northern America, I believe, but it was Canada. This would be the first time WWE is going overseas to
Okay.
have a Royal Rumble, which is really interesting.
Dude,
yeah.
those guys with the jet lag, I feel bad for them.
Oh, they're gonna be extremely jet
It's
lagged.
gonna be rough.
Oh,
It's
forgot to
gonna
bring
be
this bad boy out.
Look at that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Look
yeah.
at that.
Look at that.
You heard a little spin
Oh
for
yeah,
us?
it's my my big old spinner belt here. I actually got this for hold on, I'm trying to get uncord my mic here because I don't want it to do that. Hold on, get it fixed. There we go. But I actually got this from my best friend Dylan as a birthday gift. So it was definitely very cool, very expensive, but if anything, it was definitely worth the money because he knows that I have loved this title, especially the spinner title, since I was a kid. And so,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so shout out to my boy Dylan. If anything, Dylan, I love and appreciate you, brother. I love this thing. So, again, thank you. Thank you.
I have been on the market for one of those for so long.
Probably a decade.
Probably since I.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. They're heavy too. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got I have one title. I don't have it down here with me. Otherwise, I'd have it on the shoulder. But I think it was it was one of the cheaper ones, $99 on Amazon.
Oh, gotcha.
It was like the ones they used to sell at Target, like not the Velcro ones, but the ones that were a step up from that.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
the commemorative ones, or like
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, on the topic of Royal Rumble being outside of the United States, we also have next year's WrestleMania that's going to be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Thoughts
Yeah,
Oh,
on that?
honestly-
WrestleMania is about to be a blast.
Yeah, and like honestly, I love WrestleMania, and I love how they're like trying to reach out to more of like outside of the U.S. and stuff like that. Even with Saudi and the Saudi pay-per-views, it's a balance of good, but also have been kind of decent. But honestly, with the idea of a WrestleMania in Saudi, I don't know how that's gonna go.
No,
Plus,
I
I
don't-
don't want to like have to wake up super early just to get food ready and prepare for 6 hours for a
Yeah.
big spectacle of a pay-per-view.
No, yeah, definitely. I don't know how it would be. I think this is really going to be the telltale point as to if this is successful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
What are your thoughts,
Take a
Keaton?
look at some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The thoughts on that, Saudi Arabia, I like the idea. I like the idea a lot.
I
Let's go
I
overseas, wrestle it, and I'm excited for WrestleMania and Royal Rumble both. I've been a WWE fan since the early 2000s, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And like the overall thought of it is like, um, this some of the Saudi pay per views. Like I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like back in 2018, the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yep.
That one was good. There were some matches that weren't as good, like the Bill Goldberg versus Undertaker match.
Yeah. This is like
yeah.
But
both of their fifth
Dude.
time coming out of retirement.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it would be interesting to see though for a big like WrestleMania. I could be wrong. It could be like a big hit, but to me, for right now, it's just kind of like who knows what could happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I completely do agree with you there. It is definitely going to be very interesting to see, how that goes, what happens, and whatnot. Um,
Yeah.
Moving on to that, I actually do have in my notes here, we were talking about how many Royal Rumbles there have been. And it says that this one will be the 29th Royal Rumble and the
Wow.
first to be held overseas outside of North America. So definitely, definitely a big event. I will say that. You know, let's get right into the match card though, shall we?
Okay.
Yes, we got a
All
lot.
right, we do. So as of the day we're recording this, you guys are going to be seeing it on the 29th, but we're recording it the 28th. Just to give time to edit and whatnot. But as of today, the date of recording, we have 4 confirmed matches, I believe. We're going to start off with Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Drew McIntyre's champion going into this, and Sami Zayn won. Was it the Fatal 4-Way at Saturday Night's main event?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sami Zayn wins the Fatal 4-Way, and it will go on to challenge Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. You guys' thoughts on that?
Go ahead, Kenny.
Alrighty. Honestly, I love Drew and everything. This is going to be like another David and Goliath type story to where we get, the underdog versus, the bad guy and whatnot. And like it has happened before with Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 35, one of my favorite WrestleMania. But
Oh, definitely.
honestly, I would love to see Sami Zayn hold that title. Like, I feel like he well deserves it, especially from. I don't know if it was this past year's WrestleMania or if it was WrestleMania 40, but where he beat Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Like, he
I think that
is.
was
I
40.
think he's. Oh, it was 40? Oh,
I
okay,
think so.
perfect. Um, he is, in my opinion, I think he's worthy for a title. He's
Oh,
been in the
definitely.
company for like a long time. He was NXT champion. So
Yep.
if anything, this title run I feel like would be probably one of his best that he's ever had.
Yeah. In my opinion, go ahead, Keaton, if you want to go first.
I said, I just basically said likewise for that. I mean, I think Sami Zayn's got a good chance, obviously with
Yeah,
the championships and everything he's got. So
yeah,
What I was going to say though is I think we talked about him being the NXT champion at one time. Thinking of all of the men's NXT champions over the years, I think Sammy is one of the most successful former NXT champions in my opinion. Um, so I definitely do agree that he's got a good shot on the titles he has held. We got the NXT championship, as we mentioned, United States championship, the undisputed tag team titles with Kevin Owens, and then numerous title runs. I believe 4 as the Intercontinental champion. So he's got a decent amount under his belt. No pun
and
intended.
just one more with the WWE and he'll be a
Yeah.
Grand Slam champion.
Now, my question is, if Sammy wins, do you think that would mess up maybe a potential storyline that Drew McIntyre could have had for WrestleMania?
Honestly, I would probably say no because Drew has headlined multiple pay-per-views and definitely a WrestleMania before, but I think sadly it was the COVID one that he had headlined, which was WrestleMania 36, where he
Yeah,
won the WWE title after winning the Royal Rumble. And
absolutely. Yep.
yeah, so I feel like that since now he's is he a two-time or a three-time WWE champion? True. Oh yeah, I have no idea, but I'm just gonna
It's
say two for
well,
now.
he won against who did he beat? Was it at WrestleMania 36?
36. Brock, I think.
I think so. He also, I mean, he
Yeah,
had briefly at 40. He won briefly at 40, and then Punk
yeah.
cash or not Punk. Mac. Why do I keep saying McIntyre? McIntyre won from Rollins, and then I can't think. Damian Priest cashed in to take it from him.
Yeah. So overall, I would say it probably won't mess up a future storyline because what I truly think will happen is that Cody Rhodes is obviously going to want a rematch, against
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre for losing the title. So it might set up something to the point where Cody Rhodes eventually turns heel after they go a couple of rounds again.
Yeah. What were you saying, Keaton?
I said honestly, same, but I just looked up if Drew McIntyre was the 3 or 4 time. He is a 4 time. So
Okay.
Four time.
4 time. I
4 times. So
appreciate
he could
that,
get
Keaton.
one more and he could get the handful.
Yeah. That is yeah. I appreciate you looking that up, by the way, Keaton.
I no problem.
Okay, so to finish that topic, are we saying Sami Zayn wins this, or are we saying Drew McIntyre?
Yeah, Sammy's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
beat
Sammy
McIntyre.
for
Sammy,
sure.
Sammy over McIntyre.
I'm gonna go McIntyre. I'm gonna go McIntyre.
Okay.
Oh,
Unpopular
okay.
opinion, but I don't see him losing this quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, Saturday was no, not Saturday night's main event. SmackDown, he won, right? In the
Yeah,
three
I think
stages of
so.
hell, and that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I believe 3 weeks this Friday, maybe.
I would say
Anyway,
so. Yeah.
his reign has been under a month. I don't see him dropping the title, but that's just my opinion. We'll see on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So next topic, we have Gunther versus AJ Styles, with the stipulation of if AJ loses, he must retire. What do we think on this one, guys?
This is a tough one.
I'll start since you guys both are stumped. I think I think he's going to lose. I think Styles will lose. My reason being, if you look at the matches he has had over the last year, they've been with rivals that he's had. He just crossed off Shinsuke Nakamura. I saw an article the other day comparing his comparing John Cena's farewell tour, and in that it talked about how AJ Styles potentially could have had a hidden farewell tour over the last year with all the opponents he faced. In my opinion, I think AJ is done after this. Um, Additionally, I did see a post of that Shinsuke Nakamura posted. I don't know if you saw that, Kenny, which was like a journal entry that Nakamura posted and saying how that AJ had a great career or something, and then he deleted
I
it.
did not.
There was I'll look it up if you guys wanna get into the next if you guys want to talk about the Gunther versus AJ Styles, but I'll look it up while because
All right.
I saw something briefly
I,
about that.
honestly, I think AJ's gonna lose. Gunther's such a hard opponent to beat. So
Yeah, honestly, I agree with the both of you. Like, I love AJ, but I just,
you know,
he's had a fantastic run, not only in WWE but also in TNA, top tier matches from both companies. So, if anything, I think he might lose to Gunther. Sadly.
yeah, he loses to
So
Gunther. AJ
you guys
retires.
go ahead.
What's that?
I just did find this. I'll put this. So you guys are going to be seeing this differently than we're recording. There'll be a little thing popping up on the screen now of the picture of the Instagram post, but on that it's basically as you guys can kind of see that there. I don't know how well you can. It might just be white on your screen. But
It's
it's
white.
basically
Yeah, it was white.
it's a Instagram story. It's Shinsuke Nakamura's Instagram story, and it says the diary I wrote the day before, meaning the day before their match at Saturday night's main event. And in that, he writes, during last year's Australian tour at a house show in Melbourne, AJ gave a speech after the match. Listening to it, it was clear that he was thanking the fans, but somehow it also felt that he was hinting that his retirement might not be that far away. The tour continued to Japan, and before the shows there, I asked him something. We were on a van to the on the way to a meet and greet. I asked him, "When are you going to retire?" He answered, "The Royal Rumble. I've already decided." And the rest is just basically Shinsuke Nakamura explaining how he felt after that, and then discussing their rivalry throughout both of their careers. That tweet was later, or the post was later deleted. I believe it was like 3 or 5 minutes after it the post was made. I could be wrong on how long it was up for, but basically it was a diary entry, and at the Royal Rumble was what quote unquote AJ Styles had told Nakamura as to when he was retiring, and then for it to be deleted is either he spoiled he spoiled the ending, or they're doing something to mess with fans.
I'm just gonna say this real quick. 6'7".
6'7". I knew you guys were thinking that when you started going.
Me and my friends do it all the time. So
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
it quite often too. But after hearing that diary entry, what do you guys think?
It's time. AJ, you've
Yeah.
had a hell of a career. Go ahead,
Yeah.
retire, man. You deserve it.
Honestly, I think that he deserves a wonderful retirement, and if anything, like the camaraderie that he shares not only with his opponents but also with the people that he works with. That's a big thing, and honestly, like he deserves this retirement. I would say
Yeah.
he's had wonderful, wonderful matches. You guys have a favorite AJ Styles match?
I'm gonna say the one at, was it Survivor Series against Cena?
Oh, I remember that match so well.
Oh yeah, that one.
The
Yeah.
one just this past year,
hmm
where
Yeah.
Styles came out wearing the trunks like he used to.
Yep.
That's got to be my favorite one in recent years. Although the first time I really remember watching him in WWE and that I can remember was the WrestleMania 34 match against Shinsuke Nakamura for the title.
Oh. I have a story that relates to that.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay. So basically, that Royal Rumble was the Royal Rumble that I was looking forward to the most, and to this day, it's definitely one of my favorites. But it was the one where Shinsuke Nakamura had won the Royal Rumble, and he was my favorite wrestler because like me and my dad would watch him on NXT, and I was telling my family, I'm like, all right, Shinsuke Nakamura, he just came into the WWE on the main roster, and he's gonna be like a big star. He's gonna win the title. He's gonna win the Royal Rumble, and so then. We're all sitting there. It's been an hour into the Royal Rumble, and then all of a sudden, I think it was like Roman Reigns and then Shinsuke Nakamura, the final two. Shinsuke Nakamura eliminates Roman Reigns, and I'm like, yes! Oh my god! And then I like stand up from the chair, and I'm like, I called it! And like I went like full Hulk mode. I was like, ah! I was like, it was like I think this was like the most excited I had ever been for like a wrestling or even like a Royal Rumble pay-per-view because of like one superstar winning it.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
The last time I was excited in WWE, I think it was last year, or the year before, when CM Punk returned.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
When CM Punk
yeah.
returned, dude, my jaw dropped. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, he was my childhood. He was my childhood wrestler growing up.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah. I love
him and Cena.
CM Punk, man. Yeah. Oh,
And while we're on the topic of uh, AJ Styles, I actually met AJ Styles a few years ago.
oh, for
He was
real?
doing a meet and greet
Oh,
at US Cellular, and very chill guy and phenomenal, may I say, no pun intended, or no pun intended. And I have another title like this, but it's the main title that they have now with the big W on it, and he signed that title, and it
Oh,
was
for
so
real?
cool. I'm gonna have to send you a pic of it, Logan. It is so
Yeah.
cool. It's got his
I'll
signature
put it up
and
on
stuff like
here.
that. So yeah, if anything, AJ Styles was phenomenal.
The phenomenal AJ Styles. No, on the topic of Nakamura as well. I didn't meet Nakamura, but when he was coming up from it was during that tour around WrestleMania 34. The you know how they do the yearly house shows for the road to WrestleMania. There was one in Ohio where I'm at, and they were selling autographed pictures, like the bulk ones that they do before the shows. And one of them was Shinsuke Nakamura, and I looked at the picture and I didn't know too much of who he was, but I bought the picture. I was like, I'm buying that. Um, and I just started loving Shinsuke Nakamura after that, man. We got
Mhm.
videos of like I was trying to do his entrance, where he does all that crazy stuff with his hands. But
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, it was there was good times, man. Good times.
Mhm.
Um, well, let's see here. I did have one more thing on the topic of AJ Styles. Um, there was Finn Balor getting involved on Monday Night Raw during
Oh,
the title
Um,
match against Punk. Do you guys think that there's a possibility that either one of them get involved?
oh, most definitely.
Yeah,
Most definitely for sure, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I would like
there's
to see
no
it.
doubt about it.
Yeah. After that, we jump down to the women's Royal Rumble match. Um, we've gotten a few names that are confirmed now for the Royal Rumble. You guys can still hear me and everything, right?
Mhm.
Okay. We have Io Sky has been confirmed as a participant. Rhea Ripley has also been confirmed, as well as Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Bailey, Asuka, Lyra Valkyria, and Kairi Sane. So those are
Okay.
the known participants right now. We have all three women from the Judgment Day in the Women's Royal Rumble. What do you guys think is going to happen during that? You guys think AJ Lee is going to return?
Oh yeah, most
Oh
definitely.
yeah, AJ
Yeah,
Lee.
she's
We
gonna
might.
be in there.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch might be in there. Don't forget about Becky Lynch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot. I did forget for a second there. Um, I think what's going to happen on the AJ Lee topic, one of either Becky Lynch or AJ Lee are going to eliminate the other, and that will set up for a WrestleMania match for the title that Becky Lynch holds right now. So I hope that happens. As far as the
Hey, who would you
winner,
guys like?
go ahead, Keaton.
Who would you guys like to see return in the men's Royal Rumble? That's a quick question.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
men's Royal
save that till
Rumble.
we get down to the next topic.
Yeah,
You can save it.
me too.
Um, who do you guys want to win the women's Royal Rumble?
Oh, Ray Ripley. Ray Ripley.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley's in my top three. I have Rhea Ripley, my
Hmm.
first pick. I always do multiple picks just in case. But I have Rhea Ripley, Lyra Valkyria,
Okay,
and Roxanne Perez.
of course.
Of
Keaton.
course, those three. Rhea. I have Io Sky, and then Bailey.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go Rhea Ripley. I I'd like to see her win it. She's also tied with Roxanne Perez, though. I would really like to see her win that. And then coming in third place, probably Liv Morgan. And
Okay.
if I had to
Ooh,
choose the way it
okay.
would end, I would have Liv Morgan or Roxanne Perez win it. and have one of them eliminate the other to win it. Preferably, Roxanne eliminates Liv to win the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah. Actually have Becky, AJ, and Roxanne in my top or the last three competitors in the ring, and then Roxanne wins it.
Okay.
Which then will set up what you were talking about with Becky versus AJ for the title.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, Becky versus AJ for a title. Oh yeah.
I would like to see that. I'd be rooting on AJ. Any last comments on that, guys?
Nope. I'm just excited for the Royal
I'm just
Rumble. That's
excited
all
too.
I'm ready for.
Okay.
That's gonna be a lot of
Kenny,
fun.
Kenny, you want to take the lead on the men's Royal Rumble predictions?
Yeah, absolutely. So the men's Royal Rumble, I thought of, and one thing that I've been seeing a lot of is Braun Breaker, and I'm thinking that he is like a strong pick in my opinion for me, because I kind of see it in a way to where if he wins this, he's gonna eventually drift away from the vision and become something more than just being part of like a group.
Yeah.
And one thing that I could see happening is him going up against either McIntyre or oh gosh, who's the other champion right now? Oh yeah, CM
Punk.
Punk.
CM Punk.
So one thing that I could see is that he leaves and he goes up against Drew McIntyre, and then Braun turns babyface, and then we have a whole thing to where it's them two, or it could be him versus CM Punk. Paul Heyman guy versus a former Paul Heyman guy.
I'm gonna go on the topic of Braun Breaker. Say he wins this. This is my ideal storyline that would follow.
Okay.
He goes on to choose CM Punk, right? Now the reason he's going to choose CM Punk, we know Seth Rollins is out. Okay, Rollins had the title, had to vacate it due to injury. Who holds that title now? CM Punk. There's already been bad blood between the two of them. Okay, and so what I'm saying happens is either somehow option one, Braun wins, defeats Punk, and goes on to feud individually with Seth Rollins. Second option, Rollins returns, interferes with the match, and screws either Punk or Braun out of the title. Either way, you'd have a storyline there.
Okay, I could see that.
I could definitely see that.
Keaton, your thoughts on the Royal Rumble, and now we can cover that topic.
Oh man, this Royal Rumble lineup looks good. This looks really, really good. Having Ray in there is awesome though. Well,
Rey
we see one
Mysterio,
more
yeah.
619 from
Oh,
see
yeah,
one more
former Royal
619
Rumble
from him.
winner.
Yes.
We do have a really good lineup. You want to run through those, Keaton?
Yeah. So we have Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Gunther, Rey Mysterio, Penta, Dragon Lee, Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, Javon Evans, and Oba Femi.
That's lineup. I like it.
That's who we have so far. A lot of unknown participants. Keaton, if you had to pick top three out of those, who do you choose?
Cody,
Okay.
Braun, and Jey Uso.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh man.
That's-
Keaton, did you say that Finn Balor was on that list too? Oh wait, no.
But Finn is not on this list.
No. Okay. He was one of my picks. Dang it.
yeah. Well, did you see? Did you watch Monday Night Raw yet?
I did. I forgot that he talked to Adam Pearce and that he was saying that like the Royal Rumble list is full. So I'm thinking it will be Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns for a second time in his career, and a surprise entrant who I think will definitely break the walls down.
Y2J, baby. Chris Jericho.
Oh, Hey, you know who I think is going to be the surprise entrant? I know this might be miles long, but give me Kofi Kingston.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
actually, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Dude, Kofi Kingston was one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid.
So,
Oh yeah.
also on the topic of Finn Balor, he's salty, and we know that. We saw that on Raw. I'm calling it. The other year we had ISO Speed join the Rumble after someone got hurt and attacked. What if a member from the Judgment Day attacks, let's say, just give me Obafemi. He attacks Obafemi. Again, it doesn't have to be Obafemi. It could be anybody. One of the members from the Judgment Day attacks Obafemi. Finn Balor just conveniently happens to be there, and Adam Pearce turns to him and goes, "You know what? You want your match? Get in the Royal Rumble. You're the new, whatever, 27th entrant to the Royal Rumble."
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see that. And like there's more that I could see happening with it, especially with Finn Balor and a potential storyline with it. Because I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in 2016 when he came in from the draft, he had his first match against, or well, not really his first match, but his first pay per view match against Seth Rollins for the inaugural Universal Championship. It was that ugly red,
Yep.
like licorice title,
That's
and
actually the
so.
title I have.
Oh, you do?
I
Oh,
do. I'm
sorry.
gonna put a picture
I'm
of it on the
sorry.
screen. No, you're good. It
Yeah.
is. I thought it was cool at the time. Not
Mhm.
anymore.
Yeah.
Not cool
But
anymore.
I would say after that night, he had dislocated his shoulder and popped it back into place. Well, during the match, he dislocated it and then popped it back into place. Shortly after 24 hours, he had to vanquish the title or relinquish the title, I should say. And
Uh-oh.
he never got that opportunity again. And so I feel like this would be a good redemption story for Finn Balor. To one, get that title back, and well, not get that title back, but get a championship, a major championship back, but also just to redeem himself from what had happened so long ago.
I could see that.
Mhm.
I could see that
Yep.
happening. What about you, Keaton?
I can honestly see that happening as well, man. I don't know what else that could go wrong with that storyline or whatever at all.
I feel like this is definitely one of the Royal Rumbles that like this is one of the first ones that I can remember in recent years that like honestly going into this is anybody's game. I am not 100% sure on anybody winning.
Yeah.
Let's do top 3 people that we think are going to finish like the last 3 participants.
Okay. Who wants to
Keaton, you
start?
want to start?
I'm gonna start. Um,
Put you on the spot.
okay. For one, I'm gonna have Cody.
Okay.
Okay.
And then two, oof, Braun. Braun's gonna come up short, I think.
Okay.
And then probably, I think Ray's gonna have another chance and
Yeah.
just be
Okay.
one of the last three. But ultimately, I think Cody's gonna win Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Three-time Royal Rumble winner. I could see that. Time with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I could see that too. Kenny?
I could
Yeah.
definitely see that.
Oh man, for me, top three, I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns,
Okay.
because he's Roman Reigns. Second one, they just confirmed this too on ESPN, but Brock Lesnar is
Oh
going to be
yeah.
in the Royal Rumble,
I did see
so
that
I'm
on the
gonna go with Brock Lesnar being like the second one, and then third. Now, this one is like a what if, like if Finn Balor does end up being in the match, then it would be Finn Balor. But if it doesn't end up being Finn Balor, I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes on that one.
so
Nice, good pick with Cody.
Braun, Brock, and Cody. Is that what-
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd
Don't
probably.
abbreviate that.
No, is that what? Is that? Oh, jeez. Is that what you would say, Kenny? Braun, Brock, and Cody.
I said Roman, Brock, and Cody.
Okay, Roman, Brock, and Cody.
Arby's.
I gotcha.
I
Yeah.
was about to say, don't do, you know,
Braun, Brock, and Cody. No,
Cody. No,
no,
don't.
Oh no.
Did you get the abbreviation yet, Kenny?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the last three. Braun Breaker, obviously. I'm gonna. Oh gosh, I'm gonna say this is a hard one, man. Braun Breaker. I don't. Oh my gosh, this is harder than I thought. Braun Breaker. Let's do Penta. We'll put Penta in there. I'd like to see him do well. Um, I think if Finn Balor were to surprisingly join, I think Finn. If not, I'm gonna go Cody. So Cody, Penta, and Braun, or Cody, or I lost that. Finn Balor, Braun, and Penta.
Okay.
So
Okay.
well, we wrapped up the Royal Rumble. Let's jump into. Well, actually, before we get back into today's video, I want to thank today's sponsor, W Energy. Look, whether you're watching a full day's worth of games, watching the Royal Rumble at 3 a.m. because it's in another country, or just getting through everyday tasks, if you don't like drinking Monster Energy drinks because they got that jittery feeling, W is for you. W Energy is a clean energy formula with zero sugar and no artificial dyes, and it gives you that clean energy and hydration, whether you're going through the work week or gaming late or watching a full day's worth of games. W Energy is for you. I've been using it for about a month now, and I can safely tell you that out of all the energy drinks I've tried, and trust me, I've tried a lot, W Energy is by far the best one, and it gives me no of those jitters when it's coming out of my body and when the energy is kind of waning off like the other ones do. So go to w.gg and use code the Sports Huddle for 10% off W and try some W Energy today. Refreshing. Drink W and enjoy the rest of the video. Let's briefly go over WWE 2K26, okay? There's officially 3 days until WWE 2K26 goes live for pre-order, and there's been a lot of info going around on the internet about that. First off, we have a couple things that have been revealed and they have been confirmed as actually happening. We have the Attitude Era cover, which was shown during SmackDown, which would be like obviously the late 90s. Maybe like a showcase around that.
God, I love that cover.
I do too.
No, the Attitude Era, best era at WWE.
Oh, by far. Yeah, by far.
The next one, we had a Monday Night War edition, the cover, and it was WWE versus WCW was on the cover. We also had Triple H on the cover for the King of Kings edition, which was announced over the weekend or Monday.
Yeah, I think it was announced over the weekend.
I think so. The other things, we have a teaser involving potentially AJ Lee. There was a VHS tape that read "Light It Up," which that's her song. That's her theme song. Additionally, there were also teasers for new match types. There was, I don't know if you saw that on 2K's website, either one of you guys, but there was a tombstone, which might symbolize the Buried Alive match. There were also thumbtacks, which could be new weapons. There was a gas can being shown, and a lot of other new weapons that could potentially be in there.
I was about to say, we better not be able to light somebody on fire.
Well, you can already throw them through a table on fire.
Yeah.
If anything, it works,
Yeah.
I mean, if it works, it works. Next thing you know, you throw thumbtacks at them, you accidentally hit one in the eye, get a piercing injury.
My guess, if I were to make a guess, I'm not 100% sure that the gas can would be a weapon. Hear me out on this. What if it symbolizes the Inferno match,
Ooh,
Ooh.
where the
we haven't
ring is
seen
on fire?
a long time in a WWE game. I think it might be.
I would hope so. So that was WWE 2K26. You guys got any last thoughts on that before we move on?
I'm excited for that game, man.
Yeah, and I saw a thing to where they had just revealed the prices for each one of the editions for the
Okay.
WWE games. Let me pull that up real quick. So the standard edition, that one is supposed to have CM Punk on the cover. That one is supposed to be $69.99. The Attitude Era edition, that one is supposed to be $99.99. So about $100.
$100.
Yeah, so that's not bad. The King of Kings edition with Triple H, that
Probably
one is supposed to be $130. So definitely getting a little bit more expensive. It's getting up there a little bit. Last one is the Monday Night War edition. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Monday Night War edition. That one, $150. 150.
I'm going for that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
going
I'm
for
going
that
for
one.
that one. I am going for that one day one.
Yeah, no, me too. I usually pre-order it to get the pre-order bonuses.
Yeah,
I tell people
once I
this.
get enough
Yeah, go ahead, Keaton.
once I get enough money and get paid for my job, I'll probably use some of that and buy the edition you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell people this every year. That and Madden, those are the only times you're going to be seeing me dish out whatever $120, $149 for the WWE games. They're my most played games each year when they come out. I'm gonna dish out
Yeah.
the money. Now, could I buy like an iPad if I didn't buy both of those? Absolutely, but I would rather play these games than have an iPad any day. What's
I mean,
wrong?
what can you do with an iPad when it comes to WWE? Am I right?
Exactly. I can't play WWE 2K26 on an iPad or Madden.
No.
No. Let's get into the next segment. This one is going to be called WWE Royal Rumble Over or Under. And so we're going to be talking about a couple superstars here who usually have or will have a significant amount of eliminations. Examples in the past would be like Undertaker, Kane, or the Great Khali, or other superstars who have had, a significant amount of eliminations. Those would be some of the examples. And then we're going to say, I think they're going to go over or under. So I'll read this off, and then we can go little by little if that's chill with you guys.
Yep.
Let's see here. For context, in previous Royal Rumble matches, Kane has set the record with 11 eliminations. Undertaker followed with over 7 in multiple Royal Rumble matches. Great Khali had mass amounts of eliminations when he was in the Royal Rumble matches. And then Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar are a good modern day example of having around 6 to 10 eliminations and almost setting that record. So let's start. Cody Rhodes. Is he going to go over or under 3.5 eliminations?
Under.
I'm gonna say probably over. I'm
Okay.
thinking he's gonna probably get about at least like 4 or 5.
I'm going to
If he
say
starts
over.
early, then he's gonna get more than 3.
I'm going to say over. I'm going to give you guys a couple of notes for context, and then we'll finalize the decision on that one. You got to take this in mind. Cody is usually a Final Four, story-driven kind of guy, right? He's not going in there to eliminate everybody in the ring and clean house. Not usually. He's more just going in there to do his job, win the Royal Rumble. Usually eliminates important people, which later set up storylines later in the year. So after hearing those, do we still think he's going to go over?
Now that I think about it, I'm thinking that he might go under. Just because
Yeah.
of like what you were saying. Because like throughout these past Royal Rumbles, to where he's not only won both Royal Rumbles that he was in back to back, but also just like with this Royal Rumble coming up, I'm thinking he might be at least like top 10, or at least the last 10, like between 20 and 30, I would say.
Okay. Keaton, you good there?
Yeah, I'm just doing some stuff. I'm gonna keep you guys on here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stay in. I'm just gonna chip in if I need to.
Okay. If you want to, give me 1 second. Your video should still. Can you guys still see him?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
have
have
to,
I have
right
your
here.
video. Just I have your video. Oh wait, let me see here. Technical difficulties, everybody. Okay, there we go. We're good for now.
Oh,
If
all
need
good.
to, I'll turn
That's
off
good.
camera. Um,
I can turn it off. I got it.
no, I can. I got an option on my screen to turn it off if you need to. Okay, we're good.
I already got it. You're
Um,
good.
I'm gonna go over. Keaton.
I'm going over.
Okay. Next up is Roman Reigns. Over or under 5.5 eliminations?
He if he starts if he starts in the top 10, and or I'm sorry, then he's probably going to go over, but I highly doubt that he's going to be between 1 and 10 when it comes to him being an entrant. So I'm thinking like he's going to be under, cuz he's going to be close to where it's going to be between pick number 20 and pick number 30.
Okay. So with this context, I'm gonna throw this out there. Roman's your modern day Undertaker. Let's think of him that way. Anytime his music cues, that first note, heads are turned instantly. He's got everybody's attention. Roman comes in that ring, man, cleans house, and dominates until it's pure chaos. And that's what we've seen in past Rumbles. I'm gonna say if he enters before number 20, I expect him to go over. If he's after 20, I don't think he's going over. I think he's going to sit either right at 5 eliminations or a little below.
Yeah.
Keaton?
Yep. I think the same, dude. Honestly.
Next up, we got Gunther. Over or under 6.5?
This is a hard one because
That's
you
the
never
question.
know. Yeah, because you never know like what, uh, where he would be, pick
Yeah.
wise or like entrant wise. I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here. I'm gonna say over.
Okay. Um, I'm going to say over. Only because we compared Roman Reigns to the Undertaker. I would compare Gunther to Kane.
Yeah.
He's got an incredibly. Keaton, you good there?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Okay. He's got incredibly sharp offense, dominating presence in the ring, and is usually in the ring a long time. In my opinion, in this Royal Rumble, he is the guy to most likely have the most eliminations. I expect him to go over by a large margin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I expect him to go over. Keaton, your thoughts?
I expect him to go over as well. Sorry, I'm laughing a little bit. My brother
No,
said he
you're
had to
good.
do something.
I'm flipping your camera on and off when need be. Kenny, are you still
Um,
going over?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Gunther goes over for sure. He's gonna beat his record.
Last up, we have. Let me see here. Sorry, I
Bronson,
messed up.
what?
Yeah, Bronson Reed. I was on something
Reed.
else completely. Um, Bronson Reed, over or under 5.5?
I'm gonna say under, only because
Under.
yeah, because I know that a lot of people are gonna be ganging up on him because they always say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So more than likely, there's gonna be a ton of people in the ring that are gonna want to get him out first. So I'm gonna say under.
Okay. Keaton?
I'm gonna say under as well. As Kenny said, bigger they fall. Honestly, I think he's gonna He's probably going to be one of the many people eliminated
I
when the
think
Royal
so.
Rumble starts.
Um, I think he's going to come in later on, which is going to cause him not to go over. I think he's going to sit around 3, 4 at the most. So you guys are probably thinking, what about the other guys? Obviously, there's 30 superstars in the Royal Rumble. We can't cover all of them for over under. I just chose a handful and went over these. You guys have any other notes to add before we move on to the final subject?
Nope.
I'm all good.
Okay. In my opinion, this next subject is going to be the most exciting one, and it's going to be fun to debate back and forth. We're going to go for. This is going to be past Royal Rumble ratings. So,
Oh,
to
boy.
explain this to you guys and to
Mm,
explain it to the viewers, we're going to be rating the Royal Rumbles from. I have 2013 for the start on here, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
oh, hell
Up
yeah.
until. So, we're going to go up until the last year, 2025. I like that shirt, by the way, Keaton.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I actually, funny thing, got it at Target.
Oh, for real? That's
Yeah, I
sweet.
still that's saw it on the shelf.
That's sweet. I'm a
I have
huge
many other
SpongeBob
graphic
fan.
t I have many other graphic t-shirts, by the way. I have one that says, "Due to unfortunate circumstances, I'm here." So,
Oh yeah, that one's funny. I just have my heavy machinery shirt on
Okay.
from when Otis and Tucker were a tag team.
I should have worn a wrestling shirt. I didn't think about that. I just have
I
freedom and liberty.
Oh,
I
you're
need to get
good.
myself a wrestling shirt, like an old. I want to get an old school, like '90s one.
Okay.
Your birthday's coming up, Keaton, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it is. I'll be 24. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Let's see here. So we're gonna be rating those Royal Rumbles between the following tiers. We're starting at S. That's gonna be an all-time classic, greatest of all time Royal Rumble. Not a great Royal Rumble, we'll say. Um, A is going to be it's great and I will 100% watch it again. B is going to be it's a solid Royal Rumble, but it had some issues. C is one of those that is somewhat memorable, but yet can be forgettable easy. So, like, you'll remember it when you see certain clips on YouTube, but you're not going to have it playing in the back of your head when you look at, a book or something that contains a wrestler.
Hmm.
D is going to be bad, and then F is going to be horrible. Let's forget about it. We'll be rating them from star power, meaning any surprise returns, which not all of these we're going to talk about surprise returns, only a couple of them. Who won it, and how they set up the storyline after that. So, to get right into it, I'll kind of read it off here, and then you guys we can debate that and then rank it. We'll start out with 2013, which was John Cena winning the Royal Rumble. It would set the scene for Cena versus The Rock round 2 at WrestleMania 29. What do you guys think? Did it deliver?
I would say so.
I
Okay.
would say so too.
I think, it was a solid Royal Rumble match. I don't remember watching the full WrestleMania pay per view. Did either one of you guys watch that whole thing all the way through?
No, no.
I was I was in middle school at the time, and so yeah, I barely remember it. All I remember was that John Cena had won his 13th world title
Yeah.
because of it. So I would say for me, I would give it an A. Like I would watch it again.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll agree with you
likewise.
there,
A for me.
Keaton.
I'll
Okay.
do an A with that one too, because obviously Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania 29,
Yeah.
Cena getting the title. Just
Next
it
up,
wasn't S
go
tier, it
ahead,
was A
Keaton.
tier. I said it was
Uh,
S. It's not S tier. It was A
no,
tier. It's
I'll
not the
agree.
best of the best.
Yeah. Next up, 2014, Batista wins the Royal Rumble, and excuse me, it would lead to the iconic Daniel Bryan versus Triple H versus Batista, the main event. Was that was the main event, correct? The
Yeah.
yeah. of WrestleMania 30. What do you guys think?
For me, as a like a lifelong wrestling fan, been watching for 15 years, I would say that that match is definitely good. It definitely um like made Daniel Bryan to into who he was, with the yes movement and everything like that. I would say there was really no need for Triple H to be part of that match, especially with like the
No.
triple threat, because I feel like that Batista and Daniel Bryan would have been fine on their own in that match. I didn't think that a third person being part of the match was necessary, so I'm gonna give it a B.
I will
Likewise, Kenny.
I will
Likewise.
give the match and the build up itself a B, because I do agree Triple H did not need to be in there. Um, I do think the whole WrestleMania 30, that was one of the most iconic WrestleManias, but it was accidentally legendary. Like, I feel like that main event, Triple H, Daniel Bryan, and Batista, is what made it legendary.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna agree with you guys, and I'm gonna give it a B. Next up, we got 2015. Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble match and would go on to face Brock Lesnar. You guys' thoughts?
I mean,
Go ahead, Kenny.
okay. Um, Honestly, that one, oh man, I love that WrestleMania 31 pay per view. That one was
Oh
so
yeah,
good. And from him going like number one entrant, or wait, no, that's not right. No, because he was number one entrant in was it the 2016 Royal Rumble to where he was the number one entrant and he or was
no,
it
it was 2016, so the next year.
2016? Okay,
Well,
so I would say Roman Reigns winning that one. I would watch it again. Yeah, I would give it an A because it definitely made him into the star that he was, especially with him, leaving the Shield after Seth Rollins broke them up, and him building up this character to where not only was he the big dog, but he was the tribal chief and stuff like that. So yeah, I would definitely put it in the A tier for sure. Like
yeah,
I would watch it again.
Yeah, yeah.
I would put it in the A tier. The heist of the century was absolutely unforgettable during that
Dude,
match. Seth
that was
Rollins,
such a good Royal Rumble too.
Seth Rollins runs in during the title match at WrestleMania, going like 20 miles an hour down to the ring, running, cashes in the Money in the Bank, and him swinging the title around like that. If I had to rate that Royal Rumble off of the match alone, I would go S. But given the fact that, or if I had to rate it off of the main event of WrestleMania, I would give it an S. But I give the Royal Rumble itself that year an A.
Okay.
Next up, we have Triple H winning the 2016 Royal Rumble. In my opinion, I'm going to start with this one, and we also just did talk briefly about the Roman Reigns entering at number one. So Roman Reigns did enter at number one this year and was forced to defend his title in the Royal Rumble match. I don't think this match was good.
It
I
was not.
I don't think it was. I'm going to start only because I got a really hot take on this. You had a 46-year-old part-timer Triple H who randomly decided to go on a short run and wrestle again, and he enters as the last participant in the Royal Rumble match, goes on to win the title, and then what do you have at WrestleMania 32? He loses it to Roman Reigns. The whole thing, in my opinion, is absolutely unnecessary and didn't need to happen. And I think this is where the dark age of WWE creative started.
Hmm.
What do you guys think?
Likewise, Logan. This was just an unnecessary
Yeah.
Royal Rumble. Just obviously, as you said, it killed the story, killed part of the storyline. It messed with the creative age. It was not. It was probably one I want to forget. And honestly, I might be biased by this, but this was an F tier Royal Rumble for sure.
Gotcha. For me, I would say, I agree with Logan. Like, I think that it was like unnecessary and it wasn't a really good Royal Rumble. And I actually have a conspiracy about why Triple H won. It was because of like the whole WWE network was starting up at the time, and they got rid of the scratch logo and they made this beautiful, brand new, clean WWE logo. But there was one problem: the WWE title that The Rock had introduced in 2014 after the Royal Rumble, or no, it was before the Royal Rumble. It was that brand new WWE title, but it had the scratch logo. So Triple H won it, so that way they could get rid of that title and then have that new clean looking WWE World Heavyweight title with the rebranding and everything
Yeah.
with that clean W.
Because during those past few years, they changed titles. Like, I mean, the spinner title was retired in like 2014, maybe when Punk left with it.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
and then they had the two titles, Big Gold, WWE's version, and then they had the W with the title with the WWE scratch logo, and then I think after that they changed it to the WWE title had the big brick like WWE, and it was just like the W. You remember that one?
Yeah.
And then
Because
they
go ahead.
changed it again.
Yeah, because then The Rock had introduced the brand new WWE title after the Royal Rumble when he beat CM Punk for it. And what was so
Yeah,
cool about that title at the time was the side plates, because you could customize the side plates too and like switch them out and stuff.
yeah.
So, if anything, it definitely needed a new change of pace for an old school spinner. So, if anything, yeah, that Royal Rumble was just not all that good.
It's an F tier for me.
F.
That's the
F
first
tier.
one that I would put in the F tier. Moving on,
For an absolute fluke of
what'd
a
you say,
WrestleMania.
Keaton?
Or an absolute fluke of a
Yeah,
Royal Rumble
Yeah.
and a WrestleMania.
and a WrestleMania.
I think the highlight
yeah,
of that
absolutely.
was Shane McMahon versus Undertaker in Hell in a Cell, where Shane McMahon
Dude,
absolutely
Oh,
Shane
most
McMahon.
definitely. Yeah.
he absolutely destroyed his freaking body, man. That was
Oop,
that was insane. You good there, Keaton?
lost the headphone, yeah.
Uh oh. After that, 2017, Randy Orton, he won the Royal Rumble. He would go on, to defeat Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 33 for the WWE Championship. That storyline was very bizarre. Orton, you remember he joined the Wyatt family? Will go on to burn down the compound, the house, and whatnot, and then defeated Bray Wyatt for the championship at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Um, for me, honestly, for a WrestleMania like that, oh shoot, sorry, my dogs are going off. But for that Royal Rumble, I would definitely put it in between A and B, because Randy Orton is the apex predator. Like,
Yeah.
he's like the greatest of all time. There's no doubt that like he truly is one of the best wrestlers out there,
Oh, yeah.
and the build up for it was amazing. Royal Rumble match that year was amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an A grading for that one.
I will give it an A grading as well. And I'll tell you the reason that it goes up to an A from a B for me is it bounced back from the previous year's fluke. Like how bad the 2016 was, this 100% made up for it. Um, while we're on the topic of 2016, I know people are comparing this year to 2016, so let's hope we don't get a bad Royal Rumble this year like we did in
Yeah.
2016.
Oh no.
Obviously with you guys knowing that Fetty Wap's out of prison. So
Oh,
makes me
yeah,
feel like
Fetty
your
Wap, it's going to be around
2016 again.
too.
Fetty's gonna be around, so knowing me, there's gonna probably be some Fetty Wap played at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania this year.
1738.
Hey,
Hey. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
hello.
Um,
Don't want to get copyright.
uh,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Don't copyright us, guys. That's the one time we've ever done something like that. We don't own this. We don't own this.
Nope.
We don't
Nope.
know.
Nope. Next up, we have Shinsuke Nakamura in the 2018 Royal Rumble. He won that one, like you were saying, Kenny, earlier in the podcast. He would go on to win the Royal Rumble that year. Obviously, I just said that. Only to lose to AJ Styles at that year's WrestleMania. In my opinion, I think it was an absolutely wasted potential there. They had so much that they could have done and didn't do. I think it was a bit of waste.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely agree with you on that because it's like how Keaton was saying earlier is that there was definitely a bit of a change in creative from some aspect, after like certain Royal Rumbles, or I think it was the 2016 Royal Rumble to where it started going downhill a little bit. So I feel like that it would have been a lot better if Nakamura would have won the championship at WrestleMania. But overall, what makes it go up for me, besides that, WrestleMania, is the fact that we got a women's Royal Rumble. I think that was like the first ever women's Royal Rumble that we ever had in the history of the WWE, and that it was a big, build up for that, and also like they were really heavily promoting, women's wrestlers more and more. So if anything, wait, what was S tier again? Wasn't that
S tier
after A?
S tier was
Before-
above A, like the greatest.
Okay.
S is above A, the greatest of the greatest.
Yeah, but just for making history, I'm going to give it an S tier grading.
I agree.
Because that
Agreed.
has definitely paved the way for women's wrestlers.
No, definitely. Charlotte. No, it was Asuka that won that year, right?
Yeah,
Asuka won the first
that year
ever.
because she faced Charlotte at 34.
The thing, the
Charlotte's player.
also the thing that I do like about that as well. Talking about history, we have the first ever women's Royal Rumble match. Asuka wins it, and is she from? She's Japanese. Is she?
She's from Osaka, Japan, and which was kind of ironic because Nakamura won that Royal Rumble for the men's, and he's from like Kyoto, Japan.
That's what I was going to say. That
Yeah, and so I think they're like neighbors with each other because I think Osaka and Kyoto are close by. I might have to look. I'm not sure.
Bro,
I can put it up on the screen or something and show
Yeah.
comparison.
you're telling me Asuka is 44?
Yeah.
Is she really? Wow.
Yeah, she's 44.
Wow.
Yo!
But yeah, no, I definitely do have to agree with Kenny, and I think that is definitely something that pushes it into the S tier for me. Next up, we have 2019. Seth Rollins wins the Royal Rumble to go on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35, where he would defeat Brock to become the new Universal Champion. In my opinion, it was a very good bounce back from the past few Royal Rumbles that were good, but not the best. I really liked that Royal Rumble and the storyline that it followed up with. Especially, I believe that was the WrestleMania that... Was it the WrestleMania that Seth wore... I forget. Was it Thanos he was dressed up like that year? Or was it...
Yeah, because he was promoting Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah, he
Or, well,
was,
no.
yes.
Yeah, because Infinity War had just came out in 2018, sometime in April, and so I think he was trying to like have like that Thanos like attire and whatnot. But if anything, like I would say that 2019 Royal Rumble definitely holds a soft spot in my heart for me because 2019 was the year I graduated high school, and Seth Rollins winning it. I was telling all my friends about it before we graduated. Like, Seth Rollins is going to win the Rumble. Sure enough, he did. It wasn't that big of a reaction as Nakamura's, but still, it was definitely very, very awesome. And at WrestleMania was just absolutely amazing with Rollins winning against Brock, but also with Kofi winning his first ever WWE title. So For that Royal Rumble, I'm gonna give it an A. I would watch it again.
Likewise, my friend, and I've just found out Seth Rollins also wore this stuff at SummerSlam that year.
That's right, he did do that.
He did, yeah. Yeah, I will definitely.
Was it
I'll give it.
Infinity War? Endgame, because I think Endgame came out after Infinity War did.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because Infinity War came first, and then it was Endgame.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second here.
Endgame came out in 2019, so it was.
Yeah.
I assume
something got goofed up in my notes here. I'm sorry, that kind of confused me.
No, you're fine.
I did forget to mention it on the previous year. In 2018 for the Royal Rumble, I went to not the Royal Rumble but like the Road to WrestleMania shows. The one in Ohio. I mean, I was talking about that earlier where I got the Shinsuke Nakamura poster. Before that, I actually met the New Day as well. So
Ooh.
that is kind of a Keaton. Are you? Never mind.
I was fixing something. I fixed something on the notes. My computer's kind of goofing on me, so
Okay.
I don't know why it's goofing it like this. But
No, I don't know either. It's all good. It's all good.
good.
Yeah, but no,
Well, good,
that definitely is why 2018 would be S. But moving back to 2020, we got Drew McIntyre winning the Royal Rumble. It was the last Royal Rumble before the pandemic started. Set up for Brock and Drew at WrestleMania 36, where Drew would win the title. Edge also did return that year.
Dude, when I heard Edge's theme that day, when you hear the drums, you're like,
Dun, dun,
you're like, oh, am I about to beat this guy? Am I about to beat this guy's ass, or is this?
On this day, I see clearly.
Dude, you go there, you're like, oh, I'm gonna beat this guy's ass, or I'm gonna get my ass beat by Edge. No in betweens.
Yeah, and oh, sorry, go ahead, Keaton.
I'm sorry. Edge was probably one of the best early 2000s WWE wrestlers, and seeing him come back, I'm like, oh my god,
easily.
The man, the myth, the legend, Edge is back with his same Metalingus by Alter Bridge. Like, come on, man.
That was a goated Royal Rumble in my opinion.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best.
I'll give it an A.
Yeah,
close. Yeah, A.
I definitely give it an A too. And just like the pop that he received when he came out, and like everyone was like screaming their heads off when they heard, his music play.
Oh yeah.
So even though, it was in 2020 and like COVID sucked and everything, was with the first ever COVID Royal Rumble, which would eventually Royal Rumble, COVID WrestleMania, which was in the Performance Center. I still gotta give this, Royal Rumble an A, because we had Edge come back after a 10-year career-ending injury with his neck, and so if anything, that one is an A for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would give it an A. Plus, it was it would be the debut of the 2-night WrestleMania. I don't know if we mentioned that yet.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I might bump that from an A to an S.
Yeah.
I
was about to say, Logan.
What do you guys think? An S?
Yeah, let's bump it up to an S.
Let's bump it. Yeah.
Gotta bump it up.
The rated R superstar.
I mean, obviously you had the rated R superstar come back, the 2-night WrestleMania first time. It's just, that's an amazing
Following that WrestleMania and Royal Rumble for 2020, Edge would win the Royal Rumble in 2021, which would set up a triple threat match between Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, who was going in as the WWE champion, I believe, and Edge. Roman would go on to retain the title with interference from Jey Uso and would become the 6th heel to win the main event of WrestleMania.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. I gotta give that Royal Rumble a C, honestly, because with with just like it being in the performance center, it just wasn't really as good, especially with like no crowd or
Yeah,
whatnot. I feel like the crowd definitely makes the show more special.
definitely.
Hearing their reactions, seeing their faces light up when they see a superstar that they love and everything like that. And so, because of that, I'm gonna give it a C, and mostly because the WrestleMania 37, where it was Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, and Edge in a triple threat. I feel like that, as much as I love Daniel Bryan, I feel like that he wasn't really needed in the triple threat match because, like, I don't know why, but I've just never really been a big fan of the triple threat matches. And I felt like it was kind of unnecessary for them to do something like that. But more than likely, yeah, I'm gonna give it a C rating.
Yeah. No, I would definitely give it a C as well. In fact, my personal opinion, I would bump it to a D, not only because it was a meh Royal Rumble and it was really mid year. I would give it a D because there was so much missed potential there with I mean,
Hmm.
honestly, if you're going to throw Daniel Bryan in the match, do something with him. I mean, I believe that was that his last year under WWE?
I think so.
Either his last or
Yeah.
his second to last, and it was the same for Edge. I give it a D because there was a lot of missed potential with both Edge and Daniel Bryan. Now, I understand that that's set up for the whole Tribal Chief storyline, but I give it a D in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a D. Sure.
Yeah, and plus, like, it could have built Daniel Bryan up to win his first Royal Rumble, and I felt like the potential was just wasted.
Yeah. Are you giving it a C or a D, Kenny?
I'll give it a D. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have Brock Lesnar in the 2022 Royal Rumble match. Brock. Now this is kind of an interesting cycle. It kind of not a cycle, but kind of an interesting pay per view and year the way things went about it. So Brock went into the night as champion. He went into the Royal Rumble that year as champion. Before the actual Royal Rumble match, he faced Bobby Lashley for the title. Dropped the title to Lashley. Proceeded to then enter the Royal Rumble match, win the Royal Rumble match. He would choose to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 38. Yeah, 38. And then he would also go on to enter the 2022 Elimination Chamber, where Bobby Lashley put the title that he won from Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble on the line in the Elimination Chamber. Brock would come out on top and win that Elimination Chamber to become the WWE Champion. Then he would go on to WrestleMania 38 at night 2 to lose it to Roman Reigns, who would unify both the world title and the universal title. What?
We did. Huh?
And honestly, like, that's one of my favorite WrestleManias. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you have like the theme song being The Weekend. I love The Weekend.
Yep.
Overall, that WrestleMania was great. Royal Rumble wise, I would say it was kind of ridiculous how they did it now that you mention it, because it's just like you have him lose his championship to Bobby Lashley that night, then you have him be in the Royal Rumble to win the Royal Rumble, and then not only that, but have him lose to Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
to unify
And
both titles.
and he would win the Elimination Chamber, which I don't know if that's ever happened before that.
Hmm.
Like
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
the Royal Rumble
I
itself,
forgot.
for me, I'm gonna give it an F. The
Hmm.
WrestleMania following that, the WrestleMania is an S for me, but we're not ranking WrestleManias. Um, I'm sorry, that Royal Rumble has got to get an F for me. What do you guys think?
I give it an F too. Yeah.
F. Yeah, that storyline was just jumbled bunch of mess. Just
There was
WWE should
they
have
were
done
trying to
better.
do too much at one time, in my opinion. We're getting to the last three Royal Rumbles here. 2023, following Cody Rhodes' I don't want to say debut again, but re-debut, I guess, in WWE. He would come back to WWE at the WrestleMania for 2022. He would go on to win the 2023 Royal Rumble match and would seek to finish his story at WrestleMania 39. We all know how that goes. Completely controversial, both the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. A lot of people, myself included, I don't think it was necessary. Everything that happened between then and WrestleMania, a lot of interference at WrestleMania 39. It was just an odd Royal Rumble in WrestleMania, in my opinion. What do you guys think? And feel free to disagree with me at any time.
No, you're good. I would say Royal Rumble wise, it had a great build up because we had never seen, Cody Rhodes, after like a year of being gone from injury because of his shoulder injury. But we had never seen him win a Royal Rumble. And so, with him winning the Royal Rumble and going on to WrestleMania 39 and competing in that flawless, and let me just tell you, out of all of the matches, that match is flawless. I get that Roman Reigns won that match, but it was
It
so
was, yeah.
good. And there was like all sorts of different spears, Cody cutters, crossroads. The match, the buildup was everything. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of a higher ranking. I'm gonna give it a C only because of the buildup. It wasn't necessarily a good Royal Rumble, or no, I'm gonna give it a B. It was a good Royal Rumble. It's not like A or S tier, but I'm gonna give it a B because of the buildup. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a B.
I'll agree.
Yeah,
Keaton?
was that the year that he returned from his pec injury, or was that the year
Yeah,
after?
Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
that was the
That was
when
the
he
year that
returned from his
whole.
pec injury.
Dude, I
Yeah.
remember watching that match where he tore his pec. I'm like, dude,
Mm.
he blew his pectoral out.
It was, oh, it was gross.
Dude, it was horrible. All that bruising, I felt horrible for him.
Me too. Following that was the 2024 Royal Rumble match. Cody Rhodes wins again, and actually this time he goes back to WrestleMania, so he's already won back-to-back Royal Rumble matches, becoming only the third person to do that, I believe, between Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, and then Cody Rhodes.
R.I.P. Hulk.
R.I.P. Hulkster, man. R.I.P. to the legend.
R.I.P. brother.
Yep, R.I.P. to the man. They are the only three superstars to have gone back to back. As we know, Cody will go on to finish his story. It was chaotic, though. The whole thing was absolutely chaotic. And in my opinion, I think this is one of the best storylines following Royal Rumble. I mean, it was a two-night showdown between Team Bloodline and Team Rhodes. Main event of night one, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins take on The Rock and Roman Reigns in a tag team match. If the Bloodline, meaning The Rock and Roman Reigns, win, it would be a Bloodline rules match, no holds barred, anybody can interfere. If Team Rhodes wins that match, the entire Bloodline is banned from ringside. Reigns and Rock would defeat Team Rhodes to make it a Bloodline rules match at WrestleMania. Following that, night two was an absolutely wild match in the main event, full of surprises, surprise returns, and interferences. And I mean, it was chaotic, man, and I loved it. Kenny said earlier, talking about how the 2019 Royal Rumble match kind of holds a special place in his heart because that was the year he graduated high school. This was my moment like that. That was the year. I mean, I'm a huge Cody Rhodes fan. I'm a huge Cody Rhodes fan. Easily my favorite wrestler. That year was insane.
Something.
Yeah, I graduated high school that May, which
And
obviously already put it in one of the greatest Royal Rumbles for me.
and
Not only
then that
that,
July
yeah,
that July
not
you got
only
sick.
that, I almost lost my life when I got really sick and was on life support. And Cody Rhodes, I remember watching him like on the TV in the hospital, and so that whole WrestleMania and Royal Rumble just really holds a special place in my heart. I give it an S. What's your guys' opinion
I
on it?
got
Yeah, especially from like him like winning that Royal Rumble but losing the WrestleMania match at 39. This build up now to where like he wins this Royal Rumble and finally beats Roman Reigns and beats that long like streak for Roman Reigns. Because like he was undefeated for a long time.
Oh
So
yeah,
if anything, for him to do that solidifies what that WrestleMania is, and that's an S tier Royal Rumble.
yeah. What do you think, Keaton?
honestly, that's I gotta say it's S tier just to build up, and then the storyline for Cody to win that Royal Rumble was just
Yeah,
that's just perfect for him. And obviously, as you said, with Cody being your favorite wrestler and everything, and watching him in the hospital, I know it holds a special place. So that's probably the
yep,
best, one of the
yep.
best.
It got to. I've told this story countless times, and I'll tell it again. I mean, I wasn't watching the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania because it was in July, and that had already happened. But it was like I was supposed to go to Monday Night Raw the 15th. I went into the hospital and was admitted the 17th. That Friday night, I was watching Friday Night SmackDown. Cody Rhodes came out, and if somehow Cody Rhodes is watching this, man, yeah, I can't even describe what that was like and what that means to me. The song, the lyrics, But it got to the point where when it says "whoa," I was going like that, "whoa" in the hospital bed, tubes everywhere, half dead for lack of better words, and that was. I mean, that's just why the whole thing just, it holds a special place in my heart. When that song says, hard times breed better men, that
Yes,
was
sir.
that was the
It
story of
hits
my
you.
year. That was the story of my year, man.
Hmm.
Well, we're not going to get into too many details and get into some soap opera conversations, but we'll move on to the 2025 Royal Rumble, and that's the last one on our list, which is Jey Uso would win the 2025 Royal Rumble match, go on to face Gunther at WrestleMania 41, defeat Gunther, and then he would lose it on, I believe it was the June 9th episode of Monday Night Raw. It was unnecessary, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
I think that that Royal Rumble is definitely one of my favorites because I love Jey Uso so much. I have
Yeah.
like the Yeet glasses. I have
Oh
one of his
no,
shirts, and
the Royal Rumble was
one
awesome. The
yeah
build up after that was where it lacked.
yeah because like they only gave him the title for like a short amount of time, and then he
Yeah, and then
which
didn't they also have that whole like he's not allowed to face Gunther. If he does this, he faces Gunther, and then he's like attacking Jimmy, and like the whole thing was just all over the place.
yeah, it was kind of weird per se, but definitely top tier Royal Rumble for sure. Because with him winning it and him getting over with the crowd, I'm going to give it an S tier for that one.
I would
And
too.
plus, and plus, just with like him beating Gunther was awesome because like not only was he an underdog during that, just like Sami Zayn, but just like you know Gunther was a good heel and a good heel world champion for that matter. So if anything, it felt good seeing him defeat Gunther and become the new world champion. So yeah, S tier for
Yeah,
me.
it is an S tier for me. The Rumble itself. Um, I saw Monday Night Raw that February. Excuse me. After the Royal Rumble, got like Jey Uso yeeting down, coming down the stairs and whatnot. And I mean, it was. If I have videos, I'll stop this and put it up on there because I'm sure I got videos somewhere. But yeah, that was. It got to like March. March is when it really hit and was like very confusing. Like it just got wild after that.
It got
But
weird.
that wraps up most of the stuff for the episode. Before we get into this little closing segment, Kenny, on behalf of the Sports Huddle, we want to thank you so much for joining
Thank you,
us
Kenny.
I
in
appreciate
this
it, boys.
episode. Yeah, everybody, if you haven't already, you've got to make sure you go follow my man Kenny. Whenever he gets his Twitch stuff set up and whatnot, we will 110% put that out there. If we can't already, like, if I can't edit it and put it in the links below, I will do a separate slide or something on social media and put it out there. But make sure you guys go follow Kenny. He is the man.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm gonna
appreciate you
tell them
joining.
the story of how we met Kenny. I remember we talked about it not too long
Yeah.
ago. Kenny was it on your birthday?
It was for a I don't know if it was for my birthday, but it was for a I think it was back in like December. I had
It might have
reached
been.
yeah, because it was back in 2024. I had just reached 4,000 followers on TikTok, and so I wanted to do something to celebrate, and I did a 4-hour live stream to where I was
Oh
building
yeah.
gingerbread houses because it was Christmas
Yep.
time. I was building a Lego set. We were baking a cake, and then there was something else that we were doing. I forgot, but I think Logan had taught me while I was building the Lego set, and we were kind of just talking a little bit.
What Lego set was it? I can't. Was
It
it? I feel like it
was
was something Spider-Man.
no, it was a Star Wars one.
That
I had
yeah.
yeah, I remember it was Luke Skywalker's helmet from Episode 4, from when he goes into the X-wing and flies into the Death Star and blows it up. Yeah, so that was basically what I was building, and
I
then
think that's Empire Strikes Back.
I think it was
No, it
Episode
was because
4.
it blew up first in the fourth one, and then it blew
Yeah.
back up in the sixth one. Or
Mhm.
yeah, because in the fifth one, right in the middle, they were on the big Star Destroyer. Was that?
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
because
No, that New
yeah,
Hope. New Hope's the fourth one. I'm
yeah,
thinking of 6.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Episode 5 it was Luke versus Vader.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Logan and I were talking for a bit on the live, and then he followed me, I followed him, and overall, after like that whole almost 2 years, we've been just nothing but just hanging out and having a good old time.
Yeah. One of
Oh, I
these
was
days
about to say you.
we're gonna get the
You want?
opportunity to meet up in person and do something.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, dude. How did we meet, Logan?
So I'll tell the story of how we met. It was through Zion. So I met a guy that Keaton went to high school,
Middle school and high school.
middle
And
school and high school with. I met him through a community college around me that we were both going to at the time. I was
Sinclair.
still, it was Sinclair. I was a senior in high school taking CCP classes for college credits, and I met one of Keaton's friends, and I was playing with Zion on the PlayStation one day, and he was like, I got a good friend that you might like. He's a lot like you, and I think you might like him. And so he calls Keaton up on the phone, and we're on FaceTime. And he's like, "This is Keaton. This is my friend. He lives in Indiana." And we got to talking, and I'm like, "Oh, he seems like a pretty cool dude." And so I still actually have the message. I just pulled it up the other day to see like when our first PlayStation message was. And I was
Oh
like,
my
"Yo,
God.
you want to play the PlayStation? Do you want to play MLB The Show?" I think it was. And you were like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I was like, "Bet, FaceTime me." And so
I remember it vividly. I kicked your ass.
you did, yeah.
Yeah,
You did. You did. You absolutely wiped the floor with me, man. You. It was not pretty. Um, it was that hard to believe that was almost 2 years ago in the summer. It was almost two
And
years
then
ago that in this winter that I met Kenny. So
we
it's
we
been
finally got to meet. We finally get to meet each other in person too, Logan. Don't forget May of
yeah, we
25.
did
Oh my
this past
God.
May. Kenny, I think you've seen the vlog where I went to visit Keaton and we went to get lunch and go to the bowling alley and whatnot.
open baseball cards, watch the
Yeah.
Cubs beat up on the
You
Reds.
were Kenny. You were in the live watching, I think, when
Yeah,
we
I
were
was
doing
for a
that.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But dude, that was the night PCA had those 2 homers and drove in like 6 or 7 runs,
Oh
dude. It
man,
was nuts.
it was wild.
I
And
made you
then
change hats. You changed
yeah,
hats
yeah,
and t-shirts halfway
I
through.
did. And then Kenny was. I introduced him to Keaton when, obviously, like we talked about earlier, he joined our fantasy football league. And now look at us, we're collaborating on some
We're
content. So
collabing.
yeah,
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I think this is about all we got. I want to thank everybody for watching and listening wherever you're streaming from. If you've gotten to this
And
point, where are you gonna say, Keaton?
and don't forget, to people who are listening, we got a W
We
sponsorship
do,
now.
we do. If you guys are watching on YouTube, there will have been, I don't know what point I'm gonna put it in, but there's gonna be an ad at some point. We're officially sponsored by W Energy, similar to G Fuel, but just a
But
lot cleaner. Yeah, no
no
crash out.
crashes, no jittery, no
They're
jitteriness.
good. They're good. Um, so yeah, we will have that in here at some point. If you haven't shopped W, definitely go check them out, man. We got 10% off when you use the code the Sports Huddle. So if
All
you go
one word,
shop
baby.
w.gg, you can get tons of good flavors, hydration flavors on there, energy drink flavors, and get you some W. If you haven't
Get you
followed
some
our
W and
socials, go ahead.
then make sure to tag us on
Yeah, definitely.
Instagram,
Tag our
whatever. Tag us.
Instagram. If you haven't, make sure to go follow Kenny, as I said. You can also, if you're not following us already, we post most on Instagram, TikTok, and then obviously here on Spotify. We also do have X. Our X, Twitter, whatever, is going to be Sports Huddle 25. And then Keaton, you want to alternate here?
All right. Our Instagram is _ the Sports Huddle _.
Our TikTok is going to be sports_huddle.
Our YouTube is the Sports Huddle 25, and then Logan with the Facebook.
Facebook is going to be the Sports Huddle. Every single one of these, I think YouTube might have a different logo because I don't know if I've updated it yet, but I will. Twitter, I don't know if we've posted anything, so it might not have a logo. But by the time you're seeing this, all of our logos are going to be the same one as the podcast. So everywhere that you find us, that's going to be us with our logo.
Correct.
Either one of you guys got anything else that you'd like to add?
You need to do our personals, since some of the viewers
Our
probably don't
personals will
follow
all
our
be in
personals.
that link tree below,
Oh,
as
the
well as I
link
think
tree,
Kenny will
yeah.
have one by then.
Yeah.
But
But
do either one of you guys have anything you want to add before we conclude?
I just want to say thank you guys for having me. It's been such
Hey,
a pleasure to be on the show.
Kenny,
Absolutely,
you're
man.
welcome, dude. I
Anytime.
mean, you're absolutely welcome, dude. Obviously, with the next episode with the NFL stuff, with the predictions for the Super Bowl, we're excited to
Hell
have you on
yeah.
for that one as
Yes,
well,
sir.
man.
Hell yeah, I'm
But
excited.
all right, guys.
All
This has
right.
been an episode of the Sports Huddle. Hope everyone enjoyed this episode of the podcast. Be sure to be tuned in next week for next week's episode.
Sounds good. Signing off. I'm Logan.
I'm Keaton.
I'm Kenny.
You guys take care. Much love as always.
Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.
You're always
Peace.
loved.
Hey guys, it's Logan from the Sports Huddle. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and if you made it this far in the video or you're just skimming through the video, I want to officially make this statement that we do not own any of the images or other media that are not us that were shown in this video. From the Saturday night's main event picture that was used to the picture of the arena being built, we do not own any of those images. We don't claim to own any of those images, and we do not claim to have taken the picture, hired someone to take the picture, purchased the image, or anything like that. Credit goes to the original sources. If anything, we're just kind of quote-unquote redistributing with giving credit, if that makes sense. I just wanted to put that out there because we are a small and growing channel and a small and growing podcast and TikTok channel and whatnot. And I don't want anybody coming after us for copyright strikes or anything. So please just note We do not, I repeat, we do not claim to own any of this material besides the ones that we have recorded. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed.